He's been playing alongside the likes of Cole Hudson and Tom Melander, who are future pros in the making.
Yeah, Cole Hudson loves to gain that red line, get the puck in. Sometimes he keeps it, other times he shoots it in. But when he has the puck on his stick, it's instant action most of the time. The most
leading his team at 54%. This time, Ohio State wins the draw, glides it away. Steve Rawlik, head coach for Ohio State, said, "I would hate to watch any more video of BU for the rest of the week." He was glad that his team got the first puck drop of the tournament because he wanted to get out there and ride some of that momentum that the Buckeyes built in the Big Ten tournament.
Well, they had a wonderful tournament. They played a lot of tight games, and this line was a big reason. They scored a lot of the important goals.
Oh, high over the top of Mikhail Yegorov as Gunnar Fontaine got an early touch. Leading scorer for this team, so gifted at Northeastern for making the grad transfer. Near chance on the wraparound by Quinn Hudson. Last year's not named Macklin Celebrini. He has set a high standard. Thompson gliding into the BU zone, outnumbered here, walks it in front.
Buckeyes, he's been phenomenal. He's driven their offense, 33 points on the year, and they need this line to go for Ohio State to have success.
Good luck going up high on Yegorov. He is 6'5". He covers so much space. And I was told earlier today by Brian Kelly from the BU athletic department, he might be the proudest Terrier on the roster. He loves this group, and he's only been part of the team for 3 months.
Yeah, he seems like such a happy-go-lucky kid when we met with him. He was entertaining and obviously a phenomenal goal. He came in from the USHL, the Omaha Lancers, halfway through the year, and he's been a big reason why BU's in the position they're in.
I asked if his mother, Kate, would be watching back home in St. Petersburg, Russia. He said, "She never watches. She gets too nervous."
National titles, lots of Frozen Four appearances, so there's a lot of experience, and you look at the teams, specifically BU, a lot of the players have played in big games in the tournament already, so you have confidence. Michigan State clearly had a great year in this bracket, so who's going to win? It's who's going to play best on that day, and that's what you want in a tournament.
BU has already taken home some hardware this year, beat rival Boston College, the top overall NCAA tournament seed, 4-1 in the Beanpot final back in February. First Beanpot title since 2022.
A lot of pressure and a quick shot through. Nothing Yegorov could do on that opportunity. And a good big goal for Steve Rawlik's team is now BU's got to solve this great defensive style from the Buckeyes.
Booming shot, looking for an answer. Quinn Hudson put it over the top of Logan Turnus, who's been well protected in net for Ohio State here to start. Joe Dunlap, 2 goals in his last 2 games. He had a goal and an assist in the championship game against Michigan State. And Ohio State, the lower seed, has the early advantage. Looking for more. Fontaine, nice handles in the slot. Blocked shot by Shane Lachance. He gave up the body, and it's manageable.
They really need to get through this penalty kill here and get going offensively. Once they get some mojo going, they can take off. But so far in this game, they've been unable to find it.
From the point, McBrayer walks it in. Refeed, McBrayer, what a leg pad save by Yegorov. Final seconds on the power play. Quinn Hudson getting set to rejoin. Successful kill for BU.
Nice setup there by Rozzi in front as the defender came to him. He was able to slip the pass through beautifully.
What a shot again. Yegorov stoned it. Big rebound. And it's pulled off the goal line. 9-1-1 defending by McCarthy. Wow.
Boy, Thomas Wise let that rip, and it almost got through.
Ohio State is buzzing here in the first period, and that brought the
third guy above the dots, which has allowed them to be back defensively fine, and the defenseman can pinch in and keep that puck in deep.
That Hong, Montez, and Lewis line, all underclassmen, third liners here. They have really matched the intensity that Ohio State has needed throughout the playoffs. 3 of their last 4 games, overtime. 1-goal games up and down the sheet since New Year's Day. They said going into the first and second overtimes at Michigan State, Sean, they were like, okay, we've been through this so many times, no fear.
Yeah, they have, and that lends itself to these types of games, these one-and-done games. You can't do anything fancy, keep it simple.
Thompson, great pass in front, another stop by Yegorov.
Oh, what a save that was. Perfect setup, you're right, Thompson. He is so good down low on the wall. Big body, does a good job of moving the puck out front.
Fontaine got tied up and drew another BU penalty. Oh, big tie up in the corner as Kaplan goes down with Carfagna.
BU needs to start establishing the body offensively. There's a start.
Fontaine just got bullied by Boumedian. find you in deep with 7 seconds to go on the power play. BU with all concern for Coach Pandolfo all season long. All those PKs, you're putting your stars out there to do the hard work. Makes it tougher for them to generate chances when they even get a power play.
There's another loss of a puck they had control of in the offensive zone.
Thompson flips it in from range. Yegorov keeps the play moving. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the opening period. 1-0 lead for Ohio State over BU. Willander gains the zone. Kicked away by Turnus.
He's getting bored down there. He wanted to see a puck.
Just his second save of the game. Boumedian kept it in. LaChance worked it back to the point. Now Boumedian flies it around Fontaine. Along the wall. Greene gave it away. Pushed right out of the zone by Davis Burnside. Leader by example in all situations. This junior from Scottsdale was so great to talk to. Yes.
Up and down skill, and they look for Cole Iserman, the leading scorer, on the man advantage along with Quinn Hudson. Put the puck in the net. Look for big Shane LaChance to screen Logan Turness.
Jay Pandolfo had a couple balanced power play units earlier this year, and then he said, forget about it. Iserman, Cole Hudson, Quinn Hudson, LaChance, and Greene. That is the new top unit set a month ago. It is loaded up and down 1-0. They have got to get some chances, but it's a good clear to start the PK for Ohio State.
Yeah, another puck on the wall where they win the battle. BU's got to be hungrier to win these pucks, especially on the man advantage. But here's a guy who can dazzle.
Cole Hudson waiting for help to arrive. Somehow threaded to LaChance. The captain seeking options. Hudson off the blue line, the dazzling freshman. So calm and controlled with the puck. Here's his brother, Quinn Hudson, leading scorer for BU. Circles in, shot, never got through to Turnus. First time we've seen any real activity for Turnus in this game. Well protected in the first period. Hudson to Hudson, batted down in front, and is ticking. You better go up there the second he gets in the portal. We're gonna have to try to get him quick. Incomplete pass here for Ohio State. BU back in the zone. Greene, head on a swivel, gets knocked over. McBrayer was there to lay the lumber. Captains come together. Burnside for Ohio State. LaChance for BU. LaChance trying to play some of that heavy hockey that BU desperately needs now. Down a goal.
There, your captain.
Tough angle shot. Kicked out front. Yegorov is on his backside, gets back in position. Johnson feeling the pressure up high. Plays it down low. Thompson engaged in a battle. Got his hands up high on Tom Willander. Willander's got a lot of potential coming out of BU. He could be a pro sooner than later. 2023, 11th overall pick by Vancouver. And you know the Canucks are hungry to get him north of the border.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about Vancouver pulling him out after the year's over, so we'll see what happens when the season ends. But he is a skilled player with a lot of talent.
Hudson. Kick saved by Turness. Greene keeps the puck moving for BU. LaChance looking to wrap. Stopped by Turness. High off the glass. Hudson couldn't keep the zone.
He's fortunate to keep that puck in, as could have gone the other way.
Gets tripped up by Yegorov. No call here, but Fontaine nearly put Ohio State back in front. Back and forth action here midway through the game. This has dialed up. Brave collection there. Off the crease by Davis Burnside. Perfect pass. Hudson with the loose change, buzzed it over the top. Outlet pass, tape to tape, Burnside. Nudged off by Willander.
Boy, big Willander came back and made a nice play on that. See his size and strength as he came back and took Burnside out of the play. Burnside was at the end of his shift, but a nice play by the Swedish defenseman. Defensively, BU sticks in the lane, not allowing that puck to get inside the dots. Really good defensive posture.
Fontaine nearly outworked by Harvey and swept out again. This time by the co-captain Ryan Greene. Coming off an injury, he looks better than ever, and he has both goals for Ohio State.
Yeah.
What a statement here in Toledo.
Yeah, Coach said he's really effective on the rush. And I guess he was on that one, wasn't he?
No doubt about it. Quick answer after BU finally hit the board. Boumedian wheels that puck in the zone, but Terriers were off. Boumedian on the backhand. Lost out on a joust to Guzzo.
Then the next shift, they scored the goal off the faceoff. So they had to continue to find ways to keep pressure on the Buckeyes D down low, and also take away the neutral zone a little bit more, create some turnovers so their offensive firepower can create.
Better forecheck there, led by Shane LaChance. Willander goes hustling into his own zone for BU. Wedged up against the wall. Cole Hudson trying to sweep it around. Quinn Hudson, his brother, out on this shift. For BU, 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Top 5 nationwide on the power play throughout the season, led by that young man, Cole Hudson, along the blue line. Here is Greene. Another block shot by Hansen.
Pass open.
4 blocks in the game for Ohio State, 3 here in the second period. Hudson creates some space, flips it up high. Greene tees up Quinn Hudson. Cole gets the retrieval. Walking in, off the pipe and in!
Turness wasn't paying attention, or what happened there, but he was still sitting way back in his crease. We're tied 3-3. Catch your breath.
Sean, that's 3 goals in 42 seconds.
It's got to be an NCAA record. I don't know if it is or not, but it feels like it should be.
This is not the type of game you'd think Ohio State would be matched up well with against BU, but they are right in the fight. And here's a bad penalty for BU.
To be would not favor Ohio State at all. BU, a little more open ice opportunities.
Montez scored just moments ago. Ohio State setting up the power play. Buzzed underneath Fontaine, now a takeaway. BU is happy to jump up in the rush and go for broke on the shorthanded chances. It's Ohio State 5-on-4. Thompson around Willander. That one escapes the zone. We're back to 5-on-5.
Oh, pick.
And a takeaway. Another save by Turness. That was Shane LaChance fresh out of the box. McCarthy. Bounding puck off the stick. Quinn Hudson. He's been a key factor in this game. How good are Cole and Quinn on the power play? Great delivery in front, but Quinn couldn't get a stick on it. This is turned into a track meet again. First period, very disjointed. Ohio State had BU. Feels like in a lot of ways you can throw out the early keys from this game. This is just a wide open game now.
I mean, that favors BU. I mean, BU is a team that has way more skill, and they have an opportunity offensively. When they get an opportunity, rather, they cash more often than not.
Good news for Ohio State. Talking with their players yesterday, they love moments like this. The belief never goes away. Fontaine trying to make something happen, gets spun down in front. Kevin McCarthy protected his goaltender there.
Boston University goal, his second goal of the season, scored by number 22.
Most penalties in D1, most penalized team.
5th power play in this game for Ohio State. They have scored once, trailing for the first time now here in the 3rd.
Oh boy, look out.
On the breakout, Jack Hughes with Greene. Hughes shoots and scores, short-handed. Jack Hughes started at wing, moved back to center. He's been taking on any challenge that Jay Pandolfo hands him, and he just delivered BU's 6th shorthanded goal of the season. 5-3 advantage for the Terriers. What a comeback. Just 2 shots on goal in the first period, and then they've been lighting it up. Razi through traffic. High off the window, kept in by Ohio State. Dangerous pass again. That's what led to the BU breakout just moments ago.
Really smart play by Hughes, picking that puck off and going down.
Absolutely reeling now after giving up 4 straight. We talked with Jay Pandolfo after the first period. He said, look, we've got to up our compete level. We've got to win 50-50 pucks, because when the Terriers have the puck on their sticks, they could do things like that. The problem was Ohio State was playing keep away for the opening 20 minutes.
I mean, Coach Rollick and the Buckeyes got to be whiplashed right now. They have no idea what's going on. They were in full control of this game for a lot of it, and they just got away from him.
BU has scored in every situation. Even strength, power play, shorthanded. No rest when you're defending the Terriers. Quinn Hudson has had an outstanding game.
Get back to what you were doing. That's what was working. They're not a team that's going to be opportunistic and create a ton of odd man chances and score goals. They get pucks on net and battle in front.
They've had no quit this year. Completely turned this program around after just 4 wins in the Big Ten last year. Went in the portal, plucked 3 of their top 4 scorers. Gunnar Wolf-Fontaine's magnificent collegiate career maybe just a few minutes away from ending. The North.
It was a wild second period, goal after goal, but I would not have guessed to be 7-3 right now. And on just 22 shots on goal, BU cashes in. They don't need much room. They don't need much space. When they get it, they are awfully dangerous.
Those aren't Buckeyes. Those are Terrier paws on those BU lids. Cole Hudson may have more stickers than anyone. And he certainly generated the most attention for BU this season. He has grown a lot in his freshman season. More penalties, though, today for BU. Fortunately, they have killed off the vast majority. LeChance testing his range. Ohio State 1 for 5 on the power play today. Cole Hudson threw a couple checks and finally gave it up. Fontaine looking to break up ice, trying to finish his collegiate career the right way. That one deflected into the corner. McCarthy sweeps it back towards center. So now, if you're Michigan State or Cornell, but what a tone setter that is. You're up 4 and you're still blocking shots late. That's key. Last minute. Five on 3. Buckeyes looking for options. Hanson Bucata. Burnside from the dot. What a takeaway by Cole Hudson.
Look at him go.
Gets a chance with the open net. He's going to bury that every time.